What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Overthinking Understanding Podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Moore, and we are back with another episode. Got a special episode coming for you guys. Shooting from another special location, Germany. Y'all see the hat? I gotta start uploading my videos. Like, I just haven't had the time to sit down and edit them up. Like, once I shoot my podcast, I could listen to it about 6-7 times and scrub it and cut it and still be able to get it out there. But the video editing is just a little different. It's a little different. So bear with me. I'm definitely gonna start putting the videos and stuff back on YouTube. But like I said, we back with another episode. Today's episode conversation, little talking we gonna be doing today is gonna be about seeking validation from other people and trying to please people that are not your fans. And what's so crazy about this episode, I wasn't even planning on doing this episode. Like, I was excited. Like, I already brought my equipment. If the mic sound funny, bear with me. It's my travel mic. Like I say, when I go to different little places, I don't try to bring all of my best equipment because I don't want nothing to happen to it, and then I'm back at home, and at the same time, I don't want to give y'all a bad product. So it don't sound too bad in my headphones, but if it is off to you guys, and when, that's just the reason, because I'm traveling right now. But like I say, we shooting this episode from Germany, and we're going to be talking about the validation and, trying to please people that's not your fans. And what I was saying was, like, I wasn't even trying to shoot this episode. Like, I was ecstatic. I was crunk. I was talking the episode out. What a lot of people don't know, I might get on here and do like 1 or 2 takes, but I have like a recording app on my phone, like how I guess, like, let's say, like reporters, what's that machine? Like, I guess a recorder, like the little hand recorder that people used to walk around with. I have one of them on my phone, so I might shoot an episode like in the car 12 times, like sitting there, like I talk about a topic, I sit, like some of the episodes I have on my phone, in my opinion, is in my opinion is better than some of the ones I post, but it's still just me talking, just like, I guess it's like me freestyle. I'm just getting everything, got my little ideas out, and then I listen to that one and I go and redo it and I have so many episodes shot on my phone, like so many. But I was, like I said, I was excited. I was like, man, I'm finna do this episode. Yeah, I'm with this. I'm feeling this. And another thing about me, I know y'all ain't asked for all these little tidbits about me, but y'all finna get them today. But another thing people don't know, I love listening to the Bible. I ain't saying you gotta believe in it. I ain't trying to, we'll get to that in this episode. Like, I ain't trying to say you gotta believe in it or nothing. It's my belief. I love listening to the Bible, though. I would listen to the Bible in the car like music. I fall asleep listening to the Bible, like how people fall asleep listening to waves crashing. And this how this episode came about. It's not, like, don't get me wrong, I had thought about doing this episode before, but I've been listening to I've been listening to Matthew through Acts and every book in between. And listening to those Bible verses, scriptures, or whatever, the passages, I was like, man, like this episode that we go, the validation and pleasing people that's not your fans, this episode just stuck out so much to me. And I was like, man, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this, though. And then I'll be going, and then I like I say, I have my phone, and I'll be shooting, and I'll be trying to do it, when you trying to force it because you get so stuck, you want to do it your way. But then something else come along, you like, man, like, I really want to shoot this episode, though. And like, nah, you need to talk about this. Like, this is what we going to talk about. So without any further ado, let's get this episode started. So like I say, for those who don't read the Bible, I'm going to just say, for those who don't read the Bible, don't believe in it, like I say, that's fine. But if you listen to Matthew through like Acts, it's the same count of events or like story. It's just told from different people's perspective. And what's so crazy about it, like, a lot of people say, Jesus said this, Jesus said that. Like, me being, me having my, like, how can I say, lifestyle, sexuality, a lot of people be like, you believe in God? Like, you believe in Jesus? They ain't real, this didn't, and that, or he don't love you. And he ain't never told me none of that. A lot of people say a lot of people will go to churches and And ain't nothing wrong with church. Don't get me wrong. Like it ain't bashing church time or nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with churches. Sometimes the churches, they get too caught up in religion. And, a pastor, a pastor is supposed to be like a teacher. I could give you the work. I could give you the basis and get you started, but you're supposed to go back and, you are supposed to go back and study the word for yourself. Just like a teacher. Like, I can give you this, I'm going to show you, we're going to go over this in class, but I might send you home until you read chapter 1 through 5. You got to study it yourself. You might pick up something different. So like I was saying, with Matthew through like Acts, it's the same story, It's just talking about Jesus, how he got there, his disciples, his disciples turning on him. And what stood out to me, like, I done listened to the Bible through and through probably about a good 5-6 times. And I don't read it. Like, I got an app on my phone and it just talk to me. So I don't read it. So I could blow through a chapter in like maybe like 2-3 days. Well, not a chapter, like a whole section. They say like a verse, a whole little passage in like a couple days. And what kept sticking out to me about this, and like I said, each count of what happened with Jesus is a little different, but it stuck out to me this time around, the stuff that he was saying, and a lot of people don't talk about. And like I said, what got me to doing this episode, it was like, oh, that's you Jesus, you the God of the Jews, is that you? He said, is that what you telling me I am? Like, is you saying that or I'm saying that? And then he went on and he like, people healed him. I mean, he went and healed people, and then people come up to him, spectators and skeptics, non-believers. They say, if you God, then do this. If you are who they say you are, then do this. And Jesus say, you want me to perform a miracle after people that already told you who I was? You want me to perform a miracle, but I could heal somebody right now and you go tell me that I'm doing black magic because you don't believe. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like, I'm paraphrasing. Like, I love the Message Bible because it's like plain English, but like, I'm paraphrasing. Not for the most, I can't even say for the most part, because that's how he put it. That's how the Message Bibles are spit it out. It's almost word for word, but I'm paraphrasing. And it's like, he say, you want me to, you gonna say I'm doing black magic. You done heard about what I did, but you coming to me and because you see it, you want to believe it. And don't get me wrong, like, he'll heal people. He healed people in front of spectators, and he like, and skeptics and stuff, and he like, oh, now you believe me. Now you believe who I am, who they say I am, and who I say I am, because you've seen it. And then in those same passages, they talk about the woman who had the issue of blood. They talk about the one, we know that story a lot, say somebody just touched me. They make songs about you touch my garment. But it's also in that same thing, it's about a man who was blind. They say Jesus spit on the ground and rubbed it across his eyes. He said, he called and he said, Lord, I want to see. They had another man that couldn't walk. Everybody flooded in the building to see Jesus, to go hear him talk. They couldn't get him through the door. They lowered him down. They say, but he say, because of y'all faith. Because they ain't lower him down and be like Jesus, if you say you is who you say you is, you hear my partner. They like, nah, I believe who you say who you say you is, so I'm gonna lower them down into there, and I know if he get to you, he gonna be healed. So, they lower him down through they say they took a piece of glass off the top of the building and they lowered him down into the building. And they say, wow. They for Jesus say, oh wow, because of your faith you was healed. Get up. He healed some people with leprosy. I think he said he was like 20 or some people. One person came back. He said, don't go brag. Don't go tell people what I did. You go straight to the Pharisees. Pharisees is like the preachers, the religious leaders back in the day, right? And we using it as a book. Don't I say, like, if it ain't your cup of tea, thank you for getting this far. I said, we're going to use it as a book. Because the story say he cured like 20 people of leprosy or whatever. And he say, one person came back to him. He said, what happened to the, and like he said, that's what I was getting on. He was telling him, he said, you go to the Pharisees. You don't go brag about what I did. When they see you, they go know what, they go see you. They know how you look before, and they go see how you look now. And they know you're going to be healed. Say one dude came back. He was so excited. He fell to his feet. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. He said, what happened to everybody else that was with you? They went on about their business. Only you was the one who came back. Matthew through Acts. They got just Matthew. They talk about investing. Matthew through Acts. I'm just saying, like, you ain't even got to read. Y'all check them scriptures out. Some of my favorite passages in the Bible has been there since I wasn't even believing in none of it. I wasn't trying to hear nothing about God. I'm tired of going to church. Them been some of my favorite passages. Not from what people been preaching, but when I went back and listened and started reading the Bible for myself forever. It's so much game in the Bible. I say it a lot. I probably said it on other episodes. People who know it's so much game in the Bible, it's crazy. It's so much game off in that Bible, it's crazy. And I'm sitting there thinking, and just in those passages, the Heavenly Father got betrayed by the people that, matter of fact, I'm going to say the last one, then we're going to hop into it. Last one, he was sitting in there. Ooh, it's too many good ones. I ain't even going to say it. We're going to let it flow. It's too many. Well, I'll tell you, I got two, and I'm going to get it. He say, he was having dinner, right? Say his mama and his brothers came to the door looking for Jesus. He say, you looking, they come get him. They say, your mama and your brother's looking for you. Say, what is a mother and a brother? My people who are with me and who believe what I'm believing, they are here right now. Blood doesn't make you mother or brother. At this man's mouth, everybody talk about what's in the Bible. I'm talking about stuff that preachers and pastors don't always necessarily talk about, because you gotta go study it for yourself. His mothers and his brothers. And see, what was it? I said I had two. And see that I got two crunk out that one. What my other one? It'll come back to me. It's too many of them. Oh yeah, that is the last one. He said they had virgins, right? The virgins went to get some oil. Virgins went off and got some oil or whatever for their little lamps to keep them going. The smart virgins. They say the smart virgins went and got the oil, and the silly virgins didn't get the oil because they didn't need it right now. So then when the bridegroom was showing up, they said, give me some of y'all oil. Say, if I give you my oil, I might not have enough when the bridegroom get here. You need to go back to the market and buy your own. So they left. The other people who had prepared, the little virgins or whatever who had prepared, when the bridegroom got there, they let them in and then they locked the doors. They came back and they say, the ones who had to go back and get the oil, they came back and they say, open the door. Bridegroom opened the door like, say, do I know you? Say, do I know y'all? Everybody that's supposed to be here is already here. I'm just talking about Matthew through Acts. I think it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I gotta go. It's all of them. They all in there. Just Matthew through Acts. You checking out the Bible? Just Matthew through. I'm telling you, so much game off in those scriptures. Some of my favorite scriptures. Like I say, hands down to this day. And what made me think about validation and trying to prove stuff to people that's not your fans. It's so many little different scenarios that happen off, and the Bible is in a lot of parables. They tell a lot of stories. Heavenly Father told a lot of stories to get his point off to people. One thing that stuck out to me, going back and listening to it this time, I'm not finna try to prove to nobody that I am what I say I am, and I'm not gonna take everything that you say. That doesn't mean that's me. And that's how I mean how I'm gonna try to break it down. I've been in the service since I was 17, 18 years old. I be tired. I be like, I'm gonna get out. Cause the service it going like spans of like 2 and 3 years depending on what you're doing. So every 2 to 3 years or and people who are in charge of you, they might only be in charge of you for like a year or two. So every time I get around new people, or get a new leadership, I feel like I always got to prove myself because a last leadership has spoke so highly of me. And people come to me, I heard you was like this, I heard you was like that. Oh, I heard they said you was this, or they said you was that. And I remember I done fell short so much in my life. Like, I know it's only the Heavenly Father, but I done fell short. I remember I done sucked at running. I wasn't a very athletic child. I didn't do a lot of running and sports and none of that. I played basketball in like the 7th grade for one season, probably 6 games. I ain't do a lot of sports and nothing like that. And I got to the service and I was just like, want to just be this runner. So I remember I had Soren Davis, used to be Terrell. I think that's right, Soren Davis. She came to me. I was doing the culinary team. I hadn't been doing what I was supposed to, working out like I was supposed to. If you already ain't good at something, and like I said, I didn't have my all, because I should have been prepared at any time. You could take a PT test. I ain't have my all, so I mean I wasn't training. So I'm saying how much run that parallel. I wasn't prepared. So when they say you got a PT test coming, I know I suck at running. I know I ain't been running. I've been doing whatever in the kitchen, putting on these long hours in the kitchen. So she walking down the hallway, she say, "You ready for this?" I had just seen her. I hadn't met her yet. People just spoke highly about her. She was new to the unit. She say, "You ready for this?" Just me and her in the hallway. I was like, I don't know. I had just did my push-ups and sit-ups. It was easy for me. I was been naturally good at push-ups, and sit-ups were just easy for me. She say, "I ain't worried about you. They say you squared away. You good. They say you good at PT." I ain't say that. It's like, who said that? Needless to say, I ain't do good on that PT test at all. I came back, I ain't do good on that PT test. And I say that to just say, like, who you are, I just say, who you are is who you are, and who you not, you'll never be. Sometimes we get so caught up in proving ourselves to people that, and even ourselves, it's not even to people. Sometimes we steadily prove ourselves to ourselves. When you just got to understand, if you are who you say you are, you just operate in being you. Jesus said who he said he was when he was on. People don't believe Jesus now. It's and that's people's, even like I said, Matthew through Acts. People don't believe Jesus now. They didn't believe him when he was walking this earth either. People flat out seeing him do miracles. His day one partner seeing him do stuff and turn, even though Judas went off and killed himself after he did it, but his people actually seeing him do these miracles and live this life. People done seen you come from nothing. People done seen you change 10,000 times over. And they still may not be on your side. They still, they think, they won't let it go. Even Matthew through Acts, Jesus, where he was born at, they like, that's Jesus. He ain't nothing but a carpenter. We really think Mary a low, on the low, we think Mary a hoe. Cause that baby don't look like the daddy. That ain't the daddy, baby. We know that. And it's fascinating too, people be like, you really come on here and be telling your business. That the Bible is nothing but people telling Jesus' business from start to finish. The whole Bible is the people telling Jesus' business. From him, his daddy, his mama, his brothers, his sisters. He got sisters, they'll never tell you the name, but that man whole business in thick books written in 10, 20 different languages. It's over 100 books in the Bible just in English. He's still gonna be who he said he was. You still gonna be who you say you are, even if you ain't there yet and you working to get better. I'm gonna be a better runner. But I gotta perform like I'm trying to be a better runner. That don't mean I'm just the best runner right now. Like I said, I came into this service 17, 18. From my first duty station, my first plaque that I wasn't even supposed to get, we deactivated. People weren't getting plaques. My E6 at the time snuck me in the E5 into their room. He was like, y'all too good as soldiers to leave without no recognition. He did this out his own pocket. It's in my mama and them house to this day. On that plaque, it say one of the best soldiers I done worked with in my entire military career. You know how many times I done heard that? And it's not on no bragging stuff, because when I fail PT test, I miss movement. I do so much stuff wrong, but I forget. Like I said, I don't prepare my all the time. I forget who I am, like some of us do. And at the same time, I seek I say I ain't just go seek validation from people. So, we do, but I'm going to say I be feeling like I'm steady proving myself to people and I get tired of it. Because in the Army, sometimes it's like that. People hear good stuff about you. And it's not just the Army. It's in the world, in your life, period. People hear different things about you and they want to see it. Some of the people that I love to the day that I hold dearest, I don't have to prove myself to them. Like, I cook. I post my little videos on social media or whatever. When I come home, people say, I want you to cook for me. I ain't never cooked for them a day in my life. You got faith in my abilities, even though like you seen it, you ain't tasted. I could tell people about a competition or some things that I did from off of that. Well, how you do this? How you do that? They ain't questioning it. They ain't trying to find it or nothing. They just, oh, you knowledgeable. You say you did that and you did this and that. I believe you. Some of the people I hold dearest in my life, I never had to prove to them who I was. And even when I wasn't shining at my best, they seen I was something special. Sometimes I go around people, even people I currently work with, you don't talk like that. You don't do a lot of talking. You don't say nothing. You this, you that. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. Whatever you think I am, whatever you think, everything, you got potential to do this and that, whatever you think I am, what you think that's what it is. I ain't got nothing but sometimes you just say, you get exhausted. You're going to have to do it exhausted sometimes. I be exhausted. Like, I'm tired of proving to you. But the person that I am, I'm not proving it to them. I had to go back and pick myself up the other day. I just did my evaluation. Wasn't a bad evaluation at all. I'm used to a better one. It was good. It was damn good though. And I'm just like, man, like this, I'm better than this. I'm so worried about not being overworked and put in the spotlight for people to be like, oh, good job, because I done heard it so much. Working for other people, investing in yourself. Because you do a job right for somebody, you make other people look good or whatever, you gonna get that validation. If you go out there and you make your unit look good, you win the board, you make your NCO look good, you get promoted, or you anything, you do this, you do that, you go, oh man, that's good. You're gonna get that instant validation. And just about as instantly as you get it, it'll wear off because you gotta continue to get that validation all the time. But if you know who you are, you got that self-validation, regardless if you do good or bad or whatever, I still am who I say I am. They hung Jesus up on the cross. They put them nails in him. They put his nails in his feet. They felt like he wasn't dying fast enough. They stabbed him in the side. I'm talking, I really get off in that Bible. They stabbed him in the side, say he bled blood and water or whatever. Say, if you are who you say you are, get down off that. Get down off that. Nah, I am who I say I am, so I told y'all, you can kill me, but I'm going to rise again. Just like you might fall off, you can come back again. You are who you say you are. People done told me what I was supposed to be my whole life. Just like I say, it ain't nothing special. They tell people done told me what I was supposed to be my whole life. Oh, she gonna be this. She gonna be that. She gonna do this. And I continuously every day surprise them. I remember being at a family function. I think I told them on another episode. One of my granny brothers say, you had me scared when you was growing up. You really done did something for yourself. Anything that you need, you ask me. I remember getting choked up. It ain't had nothing to do with him. It's plenty of other kids that you seen ain't doing nothing. What that comment even mean? Like what you thought I was a child. You don't know nothing about me. But I remember my uncle, the same one who encouraged me to come into the service. He was like, you too good for this. You're going to be better. You're going to look back in years and people going to still be in the same spot and you're going to be somewhere doing something great. He passed away about 2 years ago. My granny like, what's wrong? Why you crying? Like, he didn't mean nothing by it. I don't give a care about what he said. But the people who knew I was going to be great, they ain't here to see it. I'll say it like this. Stop seeking validation from people that don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to, like, when I started my little podcast thing, I was out there steady trying to search for feedback. Well, what can I do to make it better? How can I fix this? Well, here, give me feedback. Like, hey, let me know what's going on. Give me this feedback. And then feedback was coming in. Oh, she can't just shoot no YouTube video off for one chance. Who told you I did this one time? You can't just shoot a YouTube video. Oh, no, it's not for me. I can't understand what she talking about follow. Mind you, they didn't go listen to my podcast. I ain't took down, like I said in last episode, I ain't took down no podcast episode but one. You know what I'm saying? They weren't listening to my podcast. But still, I opened up myself for that feedback from people, them not my fans. I got over 500 people walking around with my voice in their pocket. I get inboxes and stuff on Facebook all the time, like, man, you smart. Like, the way that you look at it, I believe the same thing. Feedback go come. See, like, it made sense now. Like, when I get on YouTube and I see at the end of the YouTube videos, now they ain't talking about no feedback. They say like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this video, feedback gonna come. Sometimes, I'm sitting over there stressing out, getting ready to be like, I'm done with this podcast thing before it even starts, because I'm trying to perform for people that's not my fans. And for what? The people who rooting for you and who know you are, and shout out to the people who know who see who you are before you even see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know you greatness before you even see you greatness. Shout out to those people, because sometimes we feel like those people trying to push us up and fail us because we scared of being something better than what we already think we are or what we can be. We stuck too much in being, like I was saying, I'm a realist. But reality is just what's going on right now. Your reality right now don't have to be your reality tomorrow. You suck at running right now. That don't have to be your reality in a couple months. Your back still might be messed off or whatever. You ain't checked out that episode, Nerd Damage. Go check that episode out. That's going to be with you forever. But you want to be better, you got the opportunity to be better. Your reality just right now. So shout out to those people who tell you, like, man, I'm not telling you this because it's going to benefit me. I'm not telling you, I'm good already. I'm telling you this because I see this in you to go be better. Them your real fans. Them people who stick with you through thick and thin or root you on, and you don't need. I got the only person that's done came on my podcast. Don't get me wrong, like, stuff happened, but I done asked over, I say 4 or 5 people to be on my podcast. My best friend hit me up, say, you starting your podcast? I want to start me a podcast. You motivated me to do a podcast. I'm going to start with my Facebook page. I said, man, come get on the episode with me. Like, practice on my stuff. You sure I ain't never did it? What we gonna talk about? We gonna talk about relationship, whatever we want to talk about. 2 hours later, I was shooting a podcast. 2 hours later, I was shooting a podcast with that person. I done had people I asked to do a podcast with, don't do a podcast, but they can come spend some money with you. Or you can spend some money on them. It's a dream right here. Something as simple right as right there, and then they wonder, like, why you go see that person every time you come into town? Why you pull up in Miami for that person? Why y'all always clicking up? The smallest thing. That person believe in what I got going on. You is not out here if you a boxer, you not over here worrying about why they not saying your name in football stats. You know it's not your crowd. That's not what you doing. We ain't worried like we as people, even in ourselves, we gotta stop. We be trying to root for people that's not on our team, that's not our fans. Even if they on our team, that's not your fans, y'all not the same. Cause Jesus had 12 people that went with him. He had more disciples, but he had 12 people that went with him. Say one of the greatest, you call him a prophet, whatever you want to. I call him the Savior. One of the greatest to walk this earth. Man died at 33, no kids, no nothing. He died. The day he died, you not who you say you are. When he rose, even when he rose, his other, it were 3 females who was looking. You know, they said the angel came, let him out, went, Jesus' body ain't in there. It was three angels that had followed him, many states or whatever over, countries or whatever. How far they was walking back in the day. Over. And that we looking for our Savior. And Jesus pop up on them. Go ahead and go tell my people that I have risen. He said, go tell my brothers, talking about the disciples. They go tell the disciples that, the disciples, he got up. One of them say, until I see the holes in his hand, the holes in his feet, and the piercing in his side, I'm not going to believe it's him. So they all on the same team. They all Jesus team. Them females, when they told them, they like, man, y'all crazy. All of them on the same team. So that's why I say I fixed the team comment. Even when Jesus seen them, he say, come feel the holes in my hand. Come look at my side. Come look at my feet. But you gotta have faith. If I'm sending these people to tell you I'm up, I'm up. I'm telling y'all don't do nothing else on my podcast. Y'all don't give a crap about nothing I'm saying. Go, I'm going to say it this whole episode. Go check out Matthew through Acts in the Bible. You're going to be listening to it. You're going to be like, I just heard this. It's the same situation, same situation, same walk or whatever. I can just in the it's other different people perspectives. Just how people gonna talk about your life. You're gonna meet somebody and be like, man, she lazy. What's so crazy? I had somebody say that at my job. I might have said this on one episode. I had somebody, still to this day, I don't say, I don't, there's no reason to address people when, my father taught me to, to try to keep me calm. Why you getting mad at stuff that get brought back to you? They ain't said to your face. It wasn't important enough for you to hear. It was a guy on my job. He was brand new. I think he been here about a year now. He was brand new. I was talking to him. He had a little weird little look on his face or whatever. I'm like, why he looking like that? Like, while I'm talking to him. I'm like, why you looking like that? Like, I was just talking to him. I can kind of see in his body, like, if she wasn't feeling it, I let it go. He say nothing to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, whatever. About a couple of days later, I'm having a conversation. Somebody say that you was lazy, this person was lazy, that person was lazy. Mind you, the 2 people that he named with me, well, I say the one person, he named 2, 3, it was 3 of us total, but he named another lady with me. She do more than that thing than anybody I know. She on a mission cause the army is what she doing. She on a mission to do it. She gonna do her job well. I was like, well, how her name get brought up? He denied it to her. I told her I ain't gonna talk to her about it because I ain't got no time to be telling me that you lying because I believe it. But I ain't gonna get into that. But that man, like, she lazy, she this and that. But the lady who was telling me, she we get counseling or whatever. She did counseling. Everybody had to sign about like gossiping and this and that. She said, I did that for you. I did that for y'all because your name had got brought up in that situation. We on the same team though. I ain't say nothing. I ain't try to go back and talk to that man or none of that. So the same 2 people that was involved, the guy I was talking to that was new when he first got there, we gonna call him Mr. T. And the other lit NCO, I remember him sitting there having this long ass conversation with me. The same dude, I remember him coming and talking, his whole little demeanor changed after he got to see my work ethic. People gonna tell whatever side of whatever story. It's gonna be people now. I just found out somebody was talking. I be in and out of Dallas all the time. The people who I see, the people who I don't miss. I just found out a story, like a lady that's been around me since birth, called her auntie and everything, used to. Found out she was talking about me. I just found out, right? I was like, damn, like she be commenting on pictures, she be doing this and that. It's like 2 years old. I just found out. She called herself my auntie. My real auntie checked the situation. Like, you don't talk about my niece like that, and you supposed to be her auntie. Damn, we all supposed to be on the same team. We found you calling me. I don't know what she said. It don't matter. I never looked the lady in the face again because they're my mama best friend, so I never disrespect her because it'll be disrespecting my mama. You know what I'm saying? Even though she disrespected the daughter, like it's different. Your morals ain't my morals. So I never looked the lady in the face because how I set up, like it just, what you talking about? What we doing? But that's needless to say. All I'm saying in those two incidents, people gonna tell you different little things. You got, like I said, you got people who tell me that's the best soldier I done worked with. That person is. She one of the most humblest people I know. She one of the most giving people I know. She one of the most loving people I know. Same people will tell you, that girl crazy. I seen her do this, and this. Just my podcast. She fighting at the club? Nah, that ain't Victoria. Nah, that's Victoria. What Victoria you know? And Jesus ain't did that. Jesus ain't do that. Who you are, you are. And who you not, you would never be. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Like, I can get on here and talk all day long because I love it. I love to talk. I've been talking too damn much since I was a kid. Eventually, I'm going to get paid to run these lips. I keep telling y'all. I'm going to talk my ass off. It's nothing. It's effortless for me to do this. Effortlessly for me to come on here and talk. Because this is really what I do. This is really who I am. Like, I'm a talker. When you being yourself and you ain't seeking validation for other people, you won't feel so exhausted. Don't get me wrong. Like, great responsibilities, it's going to come with great burdens. That just happened. I play with more money than I ever done seen with in my life, but I'm also more responsible than I ever done been in my life. And I have always, for the most part, been responsible. And still, even then, playing with more money and being responsible, I fall off. I ain't gonna say fall off. I go broke every now and then. Be who you say you are. Now I'm saying, be who you know you are. Be who you know you are. Don't hold on to people who sometimes, like I say, as people, sometimes we hold on to negative opinion and we go out there and search for negative opinion, and we kind of have amnesia about the good stuff. As many times people done told me, man, you smart. Man, I ain't smart enough to go take that test. I ain't smart enough to go raise that. Like, man, I'm smart in here, but I ain't smart enough. Smart is smart. People like, man, you book smart, but you street smart. Man, you stupid. Smart is smart. If you smart enough to be street smart, you smart enough to go be book smart. Because smart is smart. Just be who you know you are. If you great, you good, you all right, be that. Sometimes people will get under our skin. They'll frustrate us. They'll do that. Like, if I think talking behind somebody's back is weak, I'm not gonna go and talk behind nobody's back. It's weak. They could do it to me. That guy who talked behind my back did that at work. I ain't nothing but respect when I see that man. We'll never be, the fact that you did that, we'll never be the same. The fact that my boss handled that, even though she came back and told me about it. Because even in that situation, she came back and told me about that situation. I never went and spoke on it. I handled a situation for her similarly, and she went and spoke on it. Even though she handled that situation for me like that, and I respect it, she handled another one messed up. Even though I handled that one like, man, I ain't go back and tell him that you told me this. Why you go back and handle it like that? But, emotions and stuff get involved, and, that's here, nor there. But the my morals and the way that my character set up and how it worked, I ain't gonna speak on it for what. I'm gonna speak on it here. Add another view to my views. Make my stats look real nice. I ain't gonna waste my breath for nothing. I ain't gonna waste my breath to somebody who talk behind my back and for you to tell me that it ain't true. For what? I don't give a crap why you said it. You said it for whatever reason you said it. People gonna talk about you. Like I say, people talked about God. People get so tired of hearing it, but it's true. People gonna talk about it. How can you sit up there and talk about somebody that's doing that you would trade your life to do? You would trade your life and down there every possession that you got to be in this spot. It's people who been working their whole lives, right? Like I look at it, I said I was saying this the other day, like I was joking with my homegirl. I was like, I done been more places than some of my favorite rappers. Mo3 dead and gone, passed away. He wanted to. I done been more places than some of my favorite rappers. They done touched more paper than I ever done seen though. But I done been through more experiences than my favorite rapper. China, Japan, Korea, Germany, Chile, France, Paris. I done been to every state. And then, like I said, it's not bragging. It's just to putting it in perspective. Like, you are who you ain't get this. Nobody just gave you this opportunity. Like, you had to come in this service when you was 17, 18. That discipline and the ways that you learned from your parents and what you done learned in your word and studying, that made you like that and took you to these different places. People ain't just done set you up and put you in these positions just to give it to you. So how dare you not go put your best foot forward? You ain't doing that for them. You ain't trying to prove to nobody that they talk very highly of you, but you did this. Okay. Say, like, every time I get to slipping on my little NCO stuff, I get tired and I be like, what I'm doing in the service, like, this stuff get old. I'm tired of playing this game. I remember every time I done seen on that sheet of paper, you the best soldier I done worked with. Them soldiers saying, like, or them soldiers saying, people saying, like, I don't care for you, but I respect it. Everybody ain't gonna like the way it be. It's 10,000 stories gonna be out there about you. I ain't worried about telling my business. Like, somebody you gonna have you got your autobiography, you got your biography. Like, somebody gonna tell your story. You pray you live long enough, or you do enough interviews, or you talk to enough people, you write enough diaries, for you get a snippet of the right part, or you get enough people to view you in the right way. Stop trying to perform for people that is not your fans. Ain't nobody, my followers, I don't want y'all seeking, overthinking. No, say overthinking, understand the family. You don't need to seek no validation for nobody. I'm telling everybody, every single person that my podcast touch, you valuable, you important, you exactly what you say you are. You ain't got to prove it to nobody. If you say that you on that, you ain't got to prove that you on that. When stuff happen, you going to be on that. Situations arising, I'm a boss. When stuff happen, you going to be that already. You ain't prove it. People they just going to feel it. They going to respect it. You don't like I said, I do my cooking thing. Plenty of people, I don't like the way you cook, I don't like this, I don't like that. I'm not cooking for you then. Heavenly Father, Jesus, your church, go out there and go get people. Say, they don't believe, don't worry about them. See, you get it caught up with, a lot of people try to shift people's view. If you don't believe in God, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you about that. Just like you believe in Buddha, the Quran, like all that live, like I'm not that, like, I respect it, because I'm not trying to get to change. I'm not trying to get you to change your opinion on it. Some people come at you and they try to get you to change your opinion, like, that's stupid, God hates you, you gay, how you gonna believe in God? Like, that don't make like, why you trying to get me to change something I believe? You don't believe it. It's a million people in the world that don't believe it just like you do. I'm just not one of them. But I ain't gonna trip on you for not believing it. Just like I could sit up there, like I said with my cooking, I can sit up there and if I don't like it, that's fine. I got people, like I say, every time I touch down, like, come cook for me. I owe people meals right now. See, I listen to the, I don't like your cook, I don't like this and that, and then I got people who just say, man, simple things. That's the best. Like, I did not expect that to taste like that. How did you do that? How you make that look like that? You only did that with 3 seasonings? You made that taste like that with 3 seasonings? Stop listening to people's opinions that are not your fans. But people talk, not bitch. People up here, I don't like the way you do this and that. I don't like having sex. John, like, there's some people, daughters, that's done did some strange things for no change and would do it again from a phone call away. I'm not tripping on you, sweetheart. Phone call away, just, I'm in town. That is it. It's coming. I ain't tripping on nobody that's not trying to have sex with me. That don't hurt my feelings. You get like that. I want my followers to be like that. Don't worry about people that's not. Just make them feel it. You say my haters motivate me. Your fans, give more love to the fans. I feel so silly. I used to get on my videos. Thank y'all for the feedback, and I'm replying to this negative feedback, and I got paragraphs that I don't even talk about of people just showing nothing but love inside my phone. How foolish do I look? How foolish do I look to be sitting up here making a video about some people that doesn't want to watch the podcast? What? I got people like, you really shot this episode in Hawaii? I'm from Hawaii. You was really in Hawaii? Like, I'm really shooting this episode from England. By the time y'all hear it, I'll be gone. And then when I shoot it's gonna be bonus episodes coming just cause I'm able to do them. Because I feel like that. Like, I gave so much time and energy to negativity. Like, I owe y'all too many episodes. Be who you say you not like I say, forget, be who you know you are. Because if you know what you're going to be, you're going to wake up every morning and be exact. Because it's easy to you. That is nothing for me to go out there and do that. I'm a hard worker. I'm a dedicated person. I'm a loving person. I'm going to get up every morning and do that. And everything I do, I'm going to be dedicated and passionate about, because if it's not, I ain't doing it. If I don't feel it, I ain't doing it. I'm sitting up here getting tired of the service. Like, man, I'm tired of this. The same game. Stuff don't change. You don't do this, man. Come on, man. You worried about the wrong thing. Be who you do this. Even most of my brothers that I done met in the service, they out. Every time I tell them I'm getting out, man, you love this. You was built for that. What you getting out for? And it ain't just for me. That's like that's my biggest thing. A lot of people thrive in the service off of them being good for themselves. Just like a lot of people thrive in life where they're being good for themselves. Sometimes it may affect other people in a good way, but they really don't care. It's really for them. It's for them. Like, a lot of programs and stuff in the service, I see people like they play to their strengths. It's like, you doing this program, but like, it's really not needed. People really not taking to it, but you're going to do it. It's going to be balloons and tricks and ponies, and you're going to get on your evaluation that you did a program for the unit that people really didn't need or really ain't moving people. Like, when I get stuck up and I be like, I want to get out. Like, I feel like anybody when you are not contributing to the service no more and contributing to the people that's coming in, and you changing somebody's life for good, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should get out. Because the Army is built on team. Like people try to come in here and make the Army its own. Army already has Army values. But people try to come in and make their own values and then be like, and I'm the Army. No, you in the Army. You came into something that's already set with a standard. And sometimes, just like me, just like other people, we get frustrated, but we forget, like, I don't work for you. My check don't say now supervisor I ever had. That thing says DFAS. The Army pays me. The Army pays me. I can affect your paycheck. You can affect my paycheck if I let you pay. If I let you affect my paycheck by not doing what I know I need to do. If I don't get up and go run every morning and go to the gym every morning and study and do what I need to do to keep myself promoted and elevated, you could play. You show damn right. I set myself up for you to do whatever you need to do to take this away from me, because I'm not acting like what I know I am. But if I act like what I know I am, I got plenty of legs to stand on. I got regular, just like how you got paperwork, I got regulation to be like, no, you wanted me to do it like this. What the Army say? You can't have them. I remember when I first did my locks. What regulation you looking at? It say you can't have locks. Oh, that's old. This new one say right here, I can have these locks in my head and I'm doing it. I ain't never in a million years think about locking my hair up. But that's a part of history. To be one of the few first soldiers to walk around with locks in their head in the United States Army, a soldier, an NCO, with locks in their hair. Oh yeah, I'm locking my hair. I want some little stranger on the street to see me and be like, you in the service with locks in your hair. I ain't just do it for myself. I don't just come on here to do this podcast because I like listening to myself in the car. I really believe that I could reach people, and the people who be on the same thing with me, they be like, what is overthinking understanding? Everybody got their own different levels of understanding. Don't overthink your own understanding. You know better. But before, see, like when I say overthinking understanding, like a lot of us overthink. We'll overthink before we even try to understand the situation. Like I talked about on the last episode, you pissed off because I lit a firecracker off. You telling me everything that could happen. It ain't got no name on it. I got kids. What is this? What is that? What did happen? Understand the situation. What did happen? What happened? Did you sit down and understand why I did it? I understand why you upset. I respect it. Ain't the first time I scared. I respect it. Now, why you won't go off and go to college? I don't want to do it. I play this game in the Army. I gotta go to college. I want to learn. I want to better myself. I don't want to do it because you telling me I gotta do it, and I don't even know what I gotta do yet. How is it for me? You got your degree, you got your college. I'm sitting here looking you face to face. We looking face to face, but we ain't on the same level. I can't tell. When it's time to go look for different little things to do, we all in the same position. Like, what the hell do I want to do next? I done been to a lot of places, underqualified and over ready to work, and done killed people that's I done ran across people, good PT. I done ran across people cook better than me. I look at what they doing now, nothing. It's a potential crap. Nobody care about potential. I don't give a damn about no potential nobody see me. What I'm doing right now that could be done, that you could put a magnifying glass on and make me better or see it. If I say I don't talk a lot because I do a lot of self-reflection. Like I said, I do a lot of meditating. I don't talk a lot because I'm always trying to understand something that's going on. So I'm not trying to super overthink about. Because overthinking can get real dangerous. You sitting up there giving your self anxiety about what can happen. Sometimes you'll get fixated and you'll overthink about a problem instead of figuring out how to solve the problem. You like, man, like that glass is broke on the floor. That glass is broke. That glass is really on the floor, broke. It's broke. It's broke. You got all these pieces everywhere. Like, this glass is broke. Like, man, what if what if pick the glass up? Can I go get this product remade? Like, it's so much. Like, and that's what happened when I say, like, sometimes you get caught up in being too much of a realist, and I've been in that category. You get caught up in being too much of a realist, you be like, dang, like, I really suck at this right now. You suck at it, man. I suck at that. And that lady, I remember the little class I went to in Florida, I just went to. And you keep saying you suck at it, you'll never be good at it. I'm like, why? Like, I'm being real. Like, I suck at it. You suck at it right now, that don't mean you can't get better. That don't mean you cannot get better in the future. You can't be better in the future. So learn to say like I'm not good at that right now, but I can get better because that sets you like I'm working towards it. Don't let nobody force you to be. People don't man, you people see why you ain't went to school and did this, because people know I'm a very say it all the time. I'm a very self-motivated person. Got dedication, like and discipline. See, discipline is doing the right thing and doing what need to be done no matter what. Just like what I'm finna say, Matthew through Acts. Man say, my son died. Man told Jesus, my son died. Let me go check on my son. Jesus said, your business is life, not death. Handle first things first. If that wasn't resonating with me, I've been sitting here stuck. Like I say, my sibling has cancer. Ain't nothing set me down like that, watching it devastate my whole family. He not dead yet, so why you moving like that? Handle first things first. I'm letting stuff drop at work, and people be like, and even with that, people be like, I want to help you. They say we ain't on the same team. We on the same team, but we ain't on the same team. It's like, I want to help. You need help. You need to say it. Like the people, so if somebody passed out in the middle of the street, they're not gonna scream that they need help. And my mind work like this. You know what's going on with me. It's help there. You want to do it your way though. And I go out there and I look like with me not talking a lot, not saying a lot of stuff, people will do stuff and I just keep it to myself. But I be like, you wanted it to do it your way. See, in your mind, you like, when people come out here, they need to know where stuff at. In my mind, it's like, this is a warehouse. People don't need to come out here and see where stuff at. Everything that they need needs to be put on the inside. It's only a few, it's only maybe one or two people. Because even if they know where stuff is out here, they got somebody to blame it on. So they still going to blame it on it. I went in there and looked at, like, I handle the storage and stuff at work, the supplies for us to go on these missions. I order it and I put it up and do all this. People seeing how I had to put up, I go in there. It was just thrown in there. People say, I appreciate you helping me. But that's why I say I don't take help from a lot of people, because we not on the same thing. You seen how it was before. You know how it's supposed to be. You just take the inventory sheet and restock sheet and look at it. Oh, this is how she do it. Even if you don't have to put it in the same spot, this should go in this cabinet. But people get caught up. And then, like I said, a lot of times in series happen like that, people kind of get caught up and they want to do things their way instead of the way that's work. I don't just want to be up there. People like, they want to do it her way. I feel like this is a better way for everybody. This is just a better way for everybody. I feel like this is an easier way from watching people. Because some people, people get absent-minded. People get nervous about going on these missions. Like, at this point, it's easy to me. Your mistakes gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. Stuff happen that you cannot foresee. But for this part, it's easy to me. And some people get nervous. People still get nervous. Some people get sleepy. I'm used to working and doing stuff exhausted. Some people get tired, and like we all do, you get your absent-minded. You don't think. I feel like this is easier for everybody. It's no brainer. If you got your restart sheet, you like from on down. You got that restart? Okay, left to right, we got it. This how it's supposed to be, left to right? Okay, we got it. There's no brain to it. I'm looking for this. It should be right here, right there. And like I said, I just say that to say this, like, I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm gonna just say all that to say this. You could be on teams with people. You got your homeboys, your day one partners. Y'all ain't standing on the same morals. Like, a lot of times people try to bring up stuff. My partner's right or wrong, this and that, because they don't have a lot of people don't have no morals. It's morals over, I stand on love over loyalty, and it's morals. It's morals over that. It's character. It's character over how long I done knew you. It's morals and integrity. In this, I don't care about how long I don't know you. I don't care about the blood that we share. I don't care how close you think you are to me. We not the same. We not the same. We wear the same uniform, but we don't have the same values like we are supposed to. This episode, like I say, you ain't listen to nothing in this episode. Check out Matthew and Mark for me. Just listen to it. I ain't saying listen to it. I listen to it. I got the Bible out. It's a Holy Bible. It's a brown app. I got it on iPhone and my Android. Got it on both of my phones. Just read it for me. A lot of people gonna tell you what the Bible say. Some things people say the Bible say it just ain't in there. Some people misinterpret it or they interpret it that way. That's fine. Saying give it a chance. But you don't take nothing away from this podcast. Take this away from this podcast right here. Be who you know you are. Do not seek validation from people that is not on your team. You have nothing to prove to nobody. Do what you need to do, and they gonna feel it. No matter how long it take. Not saying nothing that's not working. Not saying be stubborn or nothing like that. But, stay down. Do what you need to do to be who you know you are. To be what you know you want to get. If you want to be the best this and that, you can't be sitting there doing what the average is doing. If you want to be successful and you want to be able to make it out of a Dallas, Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff, North Dallas, South Dallas, East Dallas, West Dallas, any of that, you can't be doing what your partner doing that want to come back there. If you want to make it out, not leave. Because some people want to leave and come back. If you want to make it out and visit sometimes, don't get me wrong, I love going to, I'm texting Dallas, throwing through. But I love visiting. But I left. Truly left. I don't like leaving and coming back. Don't own nothing there. Everything I own, I get up and I take it with me every time I leave. I'm not stuck just shooting my podcast in my studio with them damn pictures behind me. I am the podcast. Everywhere I go, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to do it. You go do and be who you are. Don't be trying to seek validation from nobody. Don't let nobody tell they said you a hoe. They said you pussy. They said you scary. Your partner this. You did this. You did that. So what? Paul and Saul, baby. Same people. Same people, different names, outside of different characters, outside of different parts in their life. You make mistakes. Oh, he a murderer. I telling my daddy the other day, my partner he ended up raping this girl, beating her bad. I'm like, I gotta get his information right. And they sentenced that man to 93 years. I said, I gotta go write him. Cause that's still my partner. At a point in my life when I came in, that basic training, just a different love. I just reconnected with one of my people I ain't seen about since I came into the service. So that's like 6 years. You gonna write somebody that's a rapist? You gonna answer the phone for somebody who beat a woman to death and she did that, she killed you. Yeah, I am. That's still me. They're my people. They did that, but I know they are who they are. Now they're still my people. Cause that's my character. Be who you say. You don't need no validation from nobody. You go stop, like, I don't say it like this. Like I say, stop trying to prove. If they not on board with what you're doing, you're not up there to try to get spectators to come believe you. It's the perfect way I'm going to end. I don't do it just like this. Because it just popped in my head. When Clarissa Shields first came out, I thought she wasn't nothing but no hype job. I thought she was just like this hype job. I'm like, man, she ain't this. Her physique ain't that. Like, stuff happened. She just happened to go in the Olympics at the right time. All this and that. I'm like, I don't feel it like that. My brother like, you sound like a hater. I was like, I just don't feel it like that. I ain't get on the internet and say nothing bad about her or do nothing like that. It was just a conversation I had with my brother. I watched that lady do her MMA debut. I said, she got a fan for life. Not only because, like, even everything that I said that day to my brother, Clarissa Shields went and did. Talk about working out, changing her physique. Even, like, in an interview around the time, she was like, y'all got to give me a chance. I just came out the amateur. Like, I'm learning, I'm doing this and that. And, sometimes that's the way you talk and how you say stuff, and a lot of negative stuff, if it's not constructive criticism, then it is hating for, keeping it real. But for what? Is it going to help somebody motivated? Are you telling that to that person? I'm going to end it like that. Clarissa Shields didn't come up there and be like, no, dang, oh, Victoria. I felt it. She ain't do nothing but make me respect it. She went out there and won her MMA debut, even though them first 2 rounds was ugly. And she still wasn't just getting her ass beat on the ground. She not only did boxing, she went out there and did an MMA debut. Went from fighting 2 minutes in the boxing ring to like 5 minutes in MMA. She got my respect for life. She went out there and made people feel it. You said what you want to about Clarissa Shields. Ain't too many dudes that's finna get in there and get in the octagon. Make them feel it. You are who you say you are. You got to act like that. You're going to learn. You're going to change. You're going to think different. You're going to grow and be a better person. You don't need no validation from nobody. Don't worry about what stories people going to tell. People going to tell 1,000 different stories. You go get this ex. Go say I was like this. You're going to get that ex. They might be meet up on this. Like I say, in Matthew through Acts, it's because most of it is the same thing, but it's some key points that's left out in my mind on some of the stories. Some of the stories they left out, like, the king didn't want to kill him, so he turned them over. And then that man sentenced them to death because he like, I'm going to wash my hands with this. I can't do it. But for the most part, it's the same stories, the same accounts. Go in there and read it like it's just a book. Let people be people. When people make mistakes and do their little thing like that, look at them like that is a person. You worry about putting them on a pedestal and doing this and that. Let that person be a person and watch them work. That person made a mistake. It happens. Watch them work. Stand on it. You are what you are. Stand on it. Be that. Be that. Whatever it is. I don't care. You want to be the best bum, crack. You want to be the best. You want to go out there and be the president. I say it shouldn't have took no female and a black president. None of that. You can be whatever you say you are. You could be whatever you know you are before people even know it. People look at this right now. People see you only got 500 views. You talking like you got 1,000 downloads. You only got 300 some views on YouTube. You talking like I know what I am. You walk around like this and that. I'm acting like what I know I am. So when I get to it, you just go be like that's what it is. I'm acting like what. Just because you don't see it already, that don't mean I'm not that. You don't dress like you got paper like that. I bet you I do. I'm blessed to have it. Blessed to be able to help my family, whatever small way it is. Make them feel it. You and even in to people that is yourself. It's yourself that's keeping you back. It's yourself that be holding you back. Like I say, ain't no motivation speak. Motivation, what I'm talking about changing mindsets, the way that you look at stuff. This is just a hotel room. No, this is a studio for me right now. Some of your favorite rappers, that's just a car. That's their studio sometimes. That's a bed. That's a house. I'm mindset, just the way you look at it. That's a glass of water. That's something for me to drink right now. Make them feel it. Claressa Shields went out there. I bet you I'm not the only person that thought that about the Claressa Shields. People that went on the internet and said it. That ain't my business. That was just a conversation I had with my brother. She went out there and made people feel it. And she don't give a damn about people that didn't believe in her in the beginning. But she appreciated the people who believed in her. She didn't give a damn about people who didn't believe, but the people who believed in her at the beginning, that feel good when you go out there and do that. And what I learned about most great people, Jesus, some of the best athletes, some of the best cooks in the world, any of them, they knew who they was. They knew their mission, and they just made you feel it. You can say what you want about me. I'm gonna count this paper up. You can say what you do. I'm gonna heal this person. You say this. I'm gonna talk to this prostitute. Jesus, you can't do that. I'm gonna do this. It don't matter. If you tell you what you say, I'm gonna do it. You gonna go over there and just, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna still be who I know I am. And eventually you go feel it. Only how you ain't gonna lose. You ain't go, I proved them people. When you make a mistake, don't be like, I proved my haters right. No, you made a mistake. You stumble. You learn from it, and you get up. You still gonna be that. A diamond can jump off a ring right now, hit the ground. It ain't a part of that ring no more. It's still gonna be a diamond. Be who you know you are. Stand up in their chest. That lady who called me, like, I don't check on, I don't see, I don't do none of that. She gonna watch me every time I post. I don't say nothing to her. You'll never be able to look me in my face again, auntie. Ain't it? Ain't no love lost. I love y'all, though. Like I say, shout out to the supporters. Shout out to the supporters. I get on here and I do these and I be motivated to do this. I'm just talking. People say you should structure your podcast. This is my podcast. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm open to anything to make it better. I'm about the masses. Talk about the people, like the fish. I'm going to throw the fishing out there. I'm not just going to throw the Ziploc bag into the water and I'm saying I want a big fish. That's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes people be like, this is what I want to hear, though. I'm trying to get it to the masses, and my people who is going to reach is going to reach. I shout out to everybody that's listening. Thank you so much for the downloads that I have received. I'm going to get back downloading these videos. Like right now, I left my camera. I'm out. All I got is my computer. So I'm recording it on my webcam. I'm going to delay when this video get posted. I'm going to delay when this content get posted because, the way my job set up, I can't post it when I'm at these different places. I post it later. But when y'all get it, just know I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. I got merchandise coming soon. Thank y'all for my fans. Thank y'all for the people who've been rocking since the first episode. I look at every inbox that I get, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. I'm getting ready to post my number. I got a number just dedicated to the podcast. I'm getting ready to post that number. I want y'all to call on here and do episodes with me. I'm for the people, for real. I want y'all to get on here and talk just like I'm doing. This is a conversation. There's so many podcasts talking about the same thing, songs talking about the same thing, talking about this and that. I can keep up with the times the way that it is. I ain't trying to be back, but I'm still going to have my content and do it what I feel like. I'm not like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just sit here and talk about that. I ain't interviewing this rapper and asking him the same 10 questions. I want to interview people, real people. So when I get to 10 episodes, I'm posting my number. I'm going to post it on Facebook. I'm going to post it on Instagram. I'm going to post it on YouTube. Y'all call in and do these episodes with me. You talk about some things you think people want to hear. People need to hear. It's going to touch the world. Thank y'all so much. This has been Overthinking Understanding Podcast. And that is it from Germany, baby. Germany. See y'all next time. Thank you so much.